What were the consequences of the Spanish conquest on native populations and their cultures? The arrival of the Spanish in the Americas marked the beginning of a profound and devastating impact on native populations. One of the most significant consequences was the drastic reduction in native population numbers. Diseases introduced by the Europeans, such as smallpox, had a catastrophic effect because Native Americans had no immunity to these diseases. This led to a rapid decline in population, with estimates suggesting that the native population in central Mexico decreased to just 1/5 of its original size by 1607. On the island of Hispaniola, the Taíno population, which was in the hundreds of thousands or even millions, was practically wiped out by the mid-1490s due to disease, overwork, and disruption of their agricultural cycle. This demographic catastrophe was replicated in other nearby islands, including Cuba, Puerto Rico, and Jamaica, as the Spanish raided these areas to enslave the remaining indigenous populations. The exploitation of native labor was another critical consequence. The Spanish imposed oppressive labor obligations through systems like the encomienda, where native inhabitants were forced to work on Spanish estates and mines. This system was based on the Spanish belief that they had the right to the land and its peoples by conquest, and in return, they would impose Catholicism on the native populations. The cultural impact was equally severe. Native peoples resisted both the labor obligations and the efforts to change their ancient belief systems. Many retained their original religions or incorporated only parts of Catholicism that made sense to them. The disruption of their social structures and the imposition of Spanish customs and beliefs led to a significant erosion of native cultures. The ecological and economic balance of the region was also severely disrupted. With the decline in native populations, forests regrew, and previously hunted animals increased in number. This ecological shift, combined with the labor shortage caused by the mass death of native people, contributed to the establishment of the transatlantic slave trade. By 1650, this trade had brought new diseases, such as malaria and yellow fever, further plaguing the remaining native populations. The Spanish conquest, therefore, resulted in a multifaceted disaster for native populations and their cultures, marked by significant population decline, cultural erosion, and ecological disruption.